Welcome to video number 2 in the Soft Skills Workshop. Next, we're going to talk about soft skills related to communication. Now, shut up is a rude term we don't recommend using on the job or anywhere for that matter. But this phrase, shut up, speak up, is kind of an easy to remember reminder. Because along with chronically missing work and or being late, perhaps the most common mistake that gets people fired involves talking too much or at the wrong time. Examples would be speaking inappropriately to a supervisor or coworker, complaining, gossiping, using inappropriate language, using a cell phone inappropriately on work time, and so on. On the flip side, having good interpersonal and communication soft skills can make you a highly valued employee. These skills include being a good listener, building cooperative relationships, acting respectfully, thinking before you speak and act, and knowing when it is appropriate to raise a valid workplace complaint. These behaviors are summarized in the two lists on your screen. This slide on never giving up is going to offer the most comprehensive list of crucial soft skills. Along with the interpersonal and communication skills we just covered, these soft skills include your values, attitudes, commitments, maturity, and habits. You will see all of these and more outlined in the handout entitled Soft Skills 8 Keys. One other thing I'll refresh regarding this screen is we talked about in video number 1 how you can put these things on your resume, but they don't really mean anything until you prove them. You can put on your resume that you're reliable, dependable, adaptable, professional, but you can't really prove those things until you've been on the job for a while. If you can exhibit all or most of these soft skills, you'll be a highly marketable job applicant, regardless of your hard skills. As we say in the interviewing workshop, employers hire a person, not a resume or a set of skills. The bottom line for most employers is whether you have the personality and the work ethics that will best fit with their team and culture. So, how will employers determine your soft skills? If they can't determine them from your resume, at least not proven, the interview will be the first real test. Again, you can list some soft skills on your resume, but if you say you're friendly on your resume, it's not doing anything to prove or demonstrate that skill. A good interview should give the employer a solid indication of your soft skills, but it's really just a first impression. To determine whether or not you can maintain these behaviors over time, it's going to be necessary for the employer to check your references. So, having at least 3 professional references you can count on is critical to your job search. Make sure you have received permission from these individuals to use them as references, and also notified them that you're currently job searching. Having a reference not answer or return a phone call from a prospective employer can torpedo a job opportunity. You also should do the best you can to ensure that your references will speak highly of your soft skills and that they themselves use good soft skills in providing the reference. In other words, will they speak about you in a friendly, respectful, articulate manner? Even if a reference says good things about you, if they're rude on the phone or have an uncertain reputation in the business community, that reference may not be useful and even could be detrimental for you. Many companies, particularly larger corporations, also include a type of soft skills test as part of their online application process. A big box retailer, for example, might ask questions related to sociability, honesty, teamwork, and ethical values. These kinds of tests are typically not regarded as highly valid, since many applicants will simply choose answers they think the company will want to hear. Even so, these employers absolutely will reject applicants who cannot pass this kind of test. Lastly, your online behavior, whether on social media or other web platforms, will definitely be judged by prospective employers as reflective of your soft skills. As a general rule, you should treat anything you post online with the same caution you would if it were to be posted in your local newspaper. Prospective employers will Google you, and they may look you up on Facebook as well. So be mindful of your privacy settings on social media, and in general, conduct yourself online with professionalism and respect for others. On the bottom half of your screen is a reminder that your soft skills are on display basically any time you're interacting with other people. Just the way in which you approach the completion of this workshop today says something about your soft skills. Did you complete it when you said you would? Did you avoid distractions, including your cell phone? Were you dressed professionally? Were you respectful to the people you encountered? Did you complete the worksheet and submit it to WorkSource? As mentioned previously, soft skills are more difficult to learn than hard skills. That's because soft skills are generally tied to long-term behavior patterns, whereas learning a hard skill, like a new computer program, doesn't require that you change your established habits. That said, we know from neuroscience that our brains are highly changeable and adaptable. It's called neuroplasticity. So, the chronically late person can become punctual. The introvert can become more outgoing. The unmotivated person can dedicate him or herself to new goals. Making these kinds of changes takes time and a lot of commitment, but with help and feedback from friends and family, former coworkers and supervisors, teachers, counselors, WorkSource staff, it can be done. Okay, now you're going to take some time to complete your worksheet. And this concludes the second and final video in the soft skills workshop.